Be very quiet. JH Aquatics is still live streaming. We gotta wait until he's done babbling. He just got very excited because he got yet another super chat. So he's talking to Mark Shrimp Tanks, and we're gonna wait for a second. He probably does need to go for that run though. Needs to work out that cold. Work out that cold, Joseph. Yeah, hi Candy. Yeah, he's still babbling. That's, you know, whatever. He's having fun. I'm still watching him, so what's up? Cyclo King Aquatics, what's up? Aqua Noob, Island Queen, what's up? How's it going? Mr. Bees. Can't sleep, so might as well chat. That's right, Mr. B. Stay up. Stay up with us. I don't know what we're going to talk about. I was trying to think of a topic for my live stream, and then Joseph was talking about how live streams are bad for your channel, and I was like, YouTube can't control me. Okay, yeah, got my coffee. I'm still working on this cup. I've refilled it about 100 times since yesterday. And I haven't had any lunch yet. So, go get your coffee, Crystal Shack. Crystal Shack's been up. I woke her up this morning with my randomness. I was like, hey, you gotta see this thing I did. Denny's on his 6th refill. Right on, right on. Mr. B is supposed to be asleep, Candy, but he's not going to sleep. Not now. Sleep is for the weak. Geniuses only need 5 hours of sleep a night. That's all you need. Anybody ever notice that, like, when I move my hands like this, my fingers are all bent? Like weird bent? It's because when I was a kid, my sister and me used to fight, and I would fight, and she would break my fingers. Fun times, good stories. Plus, I played a lot of softball, and that's like your mitt glove, and I was a catcher, and my pitcher threw really fast fastballs, and she always broke that finger every pitch. My doctor kept trying to fix it. Well, then I'm a freaking genius. Thanks, Haley, says Candy. That's right. Geniuses only sleep 5 hours a night. That's all you need. You'll be fine. You can sleep when you die. And you ain't dying anytime soon because we all need you too much. So, your work is not done, lady. Your cross to bear. Uh-oh, Mr. Rolling Stone says, strong opinions, loosely held, coffee overrated 100%. Coffee is never overrated. Unless it's instant coffee, because that's not coffee. What kind of fishy things is everybody doing today? I did all my water changes yesterday, like, really late at night. I'm still trying to decide whether those eggs I pulled yesterday are from the long fins or the emerald cories. Because I've had 2 emerald cories in that same tank that have never done anything, and I thought for sure I had 2 females, but they're looking pretty skinny. So now I'm kind of worried that maybe either it is 2 females and all those eggs are infertile, or it was the emeralds that bred and not the long fins. I'm really not sure. We will have to wait and see until they hatch, because those were a lot smaller eggs than the Paleatus eggs that I had before. And those long fins are supposed to be the same species, just with long fins as the ones I already bred. So I'm kind of thinking those might be emeralds. But I'm not 100% sure on that, so stay tuned. Island Queen's doing water changes. Right on. Replanting plants in the Bashir tank. Toon Aquatics, is that an everyday thing? 'Cause it's an everyday thing for me. I'm yelling at my fish right now, or my husband's fish. Those Bashirs, I swear, I have done everything I can to make them a planted tank. Like, and there's plants in there, and the val is rooted, and the bulbitis is fine that I just put in there because it doesn't root. I mean, or it does, but whatever. But all the other plant starts I've tried to do, like the wisteria and those random plants I got from Lucas that I don't know what they are, and I've tried to move water sprite into there. They dig it up every single, it's like everyday thing. I gotta walk by the tank, put that plant back down. I'm like, this isn't gonna work. I've tried putting rocks around the plants. You know how they say put like a bunch of rocks around the plants so that the fish can't get to it to tear it up? That doesn't matter to a Bashir. These things are like tanks. Oh, Crystal Shack, what are you doing? I have to set up temp plastic container for Chinese Firebelly newts that are coming tomorrow. Plus I have work. Got snail orders and crystal orders to pack and ship. Dang, girl. Dang, girl. Superior Guppy, what are you doing? I'm waiting on a free 10-gallon pink convict cichlid tank while I'm setting up my 50-gallon. That's a whole lot of gallons. Good job. Dan Slee, now brought to you by the power of coffee, is here. Hello, sir. I am glad you're caffeinated and with us. That's how I like my people. Aquarium Cop. Oddball Aquatics, your opinion. I just set up a 29 with black sand. Should I put the Bashirs or ropefish in it? The tank they are in has eco-complete. I'll eventually make that tank sand too. What kind of Bashir? Senegalese Bashir, do it. Either way, with either of those two fish, you're going to end up upgrading, I'm guessing. Because 29 gallon for a full-grown ropefish. This is a 36 gallon with 4 ropefish in it. And I think they're shoehorned like crazy. Like, 9 out of 10, do not recommend. Albinos, those stay small. Put the albino Bashirs in there. That'd be perfect. That might even last you a long, long time. Get the ropefish something with a deep mud substrate. But you didn't hear that from me. I've been talking to the guy from Africa again. I have more information. But I can't divulge it because now it's getting, like, serious. It's getting serious, and I gotta do some things without giving away all my secrets. You're welcome, Aquarium Cop. Let's hear the flow of some spoken word. I don't have any spoken word right now, but me and Crystal Shack were talking because the reason I woke her up is because I, for some reason this morning, wrote a parody to the DuckTales theme song. And as I was writing it, the only thing I could think of was this is perfect for the opening of JH Aquatics Fish Fam News, which he needs to bring back because I love to watch that. And this would be perfect to open up his Fish Fam News. So yeah, I have that, and if he shows up, hopefully he went for a run to try and get rid of that cold, but if he shows up, I'll do it. I recorded it. I could probably play that for you, but it's in my phone, and I feel like that would mess up my live stream, so I might have to just have my husband key it up and do it live, so God love my awkwardness. Punchy, Dan did coffee. He got the coffee. It's okay. We're fine. We're all fine. Sherry's Fish Room says, I love the Fish Fam News, right? And he doesn't do it enough. It needs to be like at least a monthly thing, if not bi-weekly. And it needs this epic theme song. And it needs not me to sing it because Miley Cyrus in a garbage disposal voice. But I can write it, like, for sure. And I did, and it's epic. Silverstream Betta says, your ropefish are so cool. I've never known anyone who has them. They are amazing when kept right. When they're not kept right, you never know that somebody has them. I had to tell him to shush, and there he is. There you are, Joseph. Okay, are you ready for this? I think I'm going to have my husband key up the music over there. Because... no, you got to do it on the TV. Give me the one with them actually singing. Because I don't know the timing yet. Uh-oh. Something happened with Jaden's video and she's mad about it. Yeah, I'm so happy you're here, Joseph, because me and Crystal... Oh, they're what? Oh, that's crazy. Cookie Swirl World. Oh, you better go. It's an app. Oh, no. I hate Cookie Swirl C. I'm not going on a rant about Cookie Swirl C. Anyway. Yeah, I know, Mr. B. Joseph explained it wasn't helping his channel, but I think if we make it more epic, everyone will tune in, because this is an earworm. And it will be stuck in everyone's head. You think you're singing Fish Nerd? You're going to be singing this, like, hardcore. Because it's a super earworm. I love a good earworm. So, my husband's shutting his game down because he loves us all. And he's willing to key up the music so that I can actually, like, not totally doof this up timing-wise. Because I just wrote this morning and, you know, I'm not like... I'm the lyrical gangster, not the good singing gangster.
Come here, baby.
JH is doing the Fish Fam news next week. Awesome. Already working on it. Well, here's the opener. You gotta do your own singing of it though, because I'm a, whatever. You're a brave soul. No, I'm just awkward and I don't care about my social standing.
I don't know if you'll be able to hear. I turned it up.
Did you turn it up? Let's see how, Can you guys hear that? It feels like a water change here in Fish World. Tweezers, towels, and slow drains. It's a wet blur. Might solve a mystery or start a fishery. Fish tales, woohoo! Every day we're out here making fish tales, woohoo! Tales of caring, do bad, and good fish tales, woohoo! Dragon lurks behind you. There's a slow leak out to find you. What to do? Just grab onto some fish tales, woohoo! Every day we're out here making fish tales, woohoo! Tales of caring, do bad, and good fish tales, woohoo! Not phony tales or clickbait tales, just fish tales, woohoo! Right? There you go. It's 90s and retro and fantastic and fishy and nerdy, and I love it.
And it gets you in the mood for anything.
And it's an earworm. And it's hype. Hype you right up. Fish tales, woohoo! No one's ever gonna hear anything else when they hear that now. So good. Anyway, thank you guys. I'll have more coffee now.
Could they hear it?
Big City Bettas, I always come into your streams at the most interesting moments. I'm singing random DuckTales parodies. Oh man. Takes me back to high school, right, GH or JH? It's so retro and amazing and also totally plays into it. It's fire. Cyclic King Aquatics, I think you have an awesome singing voice. You're wrong, sir. You gotta get your ears checked, boy. Could you guys hear the, music, though? Did that work out? I might have to do that for some other parodies I'm working on. Because I got a real cool one to the Spice Girls song about quarantine that's pretty funny. It's not ready yet, though. Timing's not good yet. We heard it all right on. 90s kids, so not quite high school, says Silverstream Betta. It's okay, you remember DuckTales? You got it.
I watched it as a kid.
GH, fish keeping in your head? Yeah, a lot of GH in my life right now. A lot of GH booster. Whole lot. I was working on this morning. I'm trying to get Lucas organized for his BAP program, so I've been working on setting all this stuff up for him. Got that going, and I'm tired. DuckTales was legit, right? DuckTales was the show. Barbara Jackson. Oh, the Spicy Girls. Yeah, the Spice Girls thing. I gotta get the timing right on some of those lyrics that I wrote. And also, I gotta get a black dress for Jimmy.
Yeah, we done that in 20 minutes.
Yeah, my husband helped me with fishtails. It took me like 15, 20 minutes. Aquarium Cop, Dragon Tales. No, Aquarium Cop. There's a show I've been working on, a parody to the theme song for this morning because I love it, and it's called Jane and the Dragon. It was an old, what was that channel, Channel 4, the channel Arthur was on. It was called Jane and the Dragon, and the whole theme song is super amazing, and I'm gonna remake it into, my theme song. It's gonna be pretty cool. It's not done yet, though. Punchy, you're young. Embrace it. Barbara Jackson, Pinky in the Brain. Pinky in the Brain.
We listened to a couple of them.
I was listening, I kind of went down a 90s rabbit hole this morning parody-wise, so I might need to get out of it, though, because I might overdo it. Let's just say that. Arthur the Aardvark. I totally remember Arthur. Do you remember Wishbone? What's the story, Wishbone? Let's wag another tail. Oh my gosh, I love some Wishbone. Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Pinky? Pizza? No. What are we gonna do tonight, brain? Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Change the water in the fish tanks. Guys, remember Animaniacs? JH Aquatic says, black just for the Jimmy? Question mark? Yeah, I don't know. You might have missed it yesterday when we were talking about the fact that I wrote this Spice Girls parody to the whole Wannabe song. If you want to be my love, that whole song. I wrote a whole parody about quarantining your fish called If You Want to Get in My Fish Room. And Jimmy ended up in the chat, and somehow or another he's now Posh Spice. And Zenzo's gonna be, well, I don't even think Zenzo knows what's going on. Zenzo's gonna be Scary Spice, and we're gonna put him in a tight little dress and show off his arms and throw a wig on him. I don't know who the other Spice Girls are gonna be, but it's gonna be pretty epic. And Jimmy's gonna do everybody's makeup and nails. Animaniacs. Mr. B, so if you grew up on Sesame Street, I'm thinking maybe a different era. Punchy, I don't know what you're doing with 10 penguins and a hose, but you leave Jeffro alone. Because I'm sure that's directed at him, and he's already been kidnapped. We have no granules for you to pay off his ransom, so you're just gonna have to chill out. The little black dress is for Zenzo. Everyone gets a little black dress. No, Zenzo's gonna be Scary Spice, so he's gotta have one of those super tight, sequenced pants outfits. You know what I'm saying? With the flare bell bottoms. Look at the hole in the bottom of my sock. Oh my goodness. This is real life here, people. Real life. Oh, aquarium cop. Clifford the big red dog. But his favorite dog was the little dog. Yeah, we're going down a rabbit hole of time here, people. Holy sock, right? Did you see that hole in my sock? Oh my goodness. That is now, my mother is gonna kill me. You had your hole, people see that? What's the neighbors gonna think? Huh. JH wants light up shoes. You can't have light up shoes, man, but I think you should get yourself, and this will fit in your luggage, I think you should get yourself a suit, like a zoot suit with some stripes, and embed LED lights into the stripes so that you can hit a button and you have a light up zoot suit. Because that'd be dope. I was thinking about that when you were talking about your jellyfish outfit or something. Come on, can't we walk around looking like a jellyfish? You're an adult. Make a light up zoot suit. Oh, man. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, then there's Bob. Just heading out to clean leaves out of my gutter on a ladder and see that you're live. You're keeping me from breaking my hip, I suppose, so I'll hang a bit. Careful with them ladders, man. They'll get ya. Jeff Rose. I like to see that Pam gave you internet access while you're in, seclusion. Seriously, dude, you gotta at least, like, get a black permanent marker and write, like, hashtag Jeff Rose or something on the wall. You look like somebody put you in fish jail.
Oh, you found them again.
But the lighting was good, and the sound was clear. But come on. The walls. People just want to look at this. Like, I could sit here totally silent, just sipping coffee, and y'all would just stare at the ropefish and talk to yourselves.
That's not how it goes, man.
But I won't do that to you. Jeff Rose is a sweet old feller. Jeff Rose is a good old boy. You can tell. I've never met him, but I see you, Jeff Rose. No one puts Jeff Rose in the corner. I think that was the joke of the night, wasn't it? Oh, what size tank is this? 36-gallon bow front. The bow front makes it look bigger. Mr. B, he only painted half. Yeah, I bet you the other, like, I bet you that's right where that paint ends. He put like a piece of painter's tape straight down the wall and striped it, just. And then found the weirdest color of gray, solitary confinement, brown, beige you could. I really still like the idea that I think Priscilla should go to his house and paint a mural of his bedroom right behind him, so that you think we're in his bedroom, but we're really not. And then he could have the lighting in the tanks just like he wanted, and he would never have to clean the tanks, and they'd always have full water lines, and everything would be pristine. The fish would not move, though. he'd have to, ooh, better idea. You do the whole thing exactly like his bedroom, right? Everything the same, except inside every tank, instead of like painting the tank, you green screen it. You put that green color in there, and then you can green screen whatever you want in your tanks. Jeff Rose could be like, oh, I got an Asian arowana. It's right there. See it? Isn't it cool? Yeah, you need to, I don't know about designer, but.
I know it's not broken, but.
I'm not. I just find funny things, ideas. I'm not a designer. Yeah, Mr. B, paint it green and green screen it, right? Paint all the tanks green screen. And then you can have whatever you want, Jeff Rose. G-Bear, what size are you building for the rope fish? It is like a little over 100-gallon pond. I think it's over a 100-gallon pond. 80-gallon pond? Something like that.
What?
Oh. Anywho. Oh, Stickler King Aquatics is waiting on a new Sun. HW3000, loading it with Growstone, Hydrostone. I'm like a kid waiting for Christmas. I don't know what that is, but Sun sounds like a canister filter. And I'm about over the filters. I'm about to shut all mine off. They drive me nuts. I just can't do it. See? Joseph likes the idea of the green screen tanks too. That's genius. Then we can always see your unmade bed, because that's your thing. That's your shtick. And then you can green screen whatever you want in those tanks. You could literally put salt water in. You'd be like, I started salt water, guys, look at it. Silverstream bettas. How big do ropefish get and what tank requirements do they have? So, ropefish should get somewhere between 12 and 14 inches if you look at what is written in all of the informational books. My theory is they will get much bigger because I've already got a couple in there that are over 12 inches, and I think they'll probably go to 18. Tank requirements. High heat, so 80 degrees. They need to be able to get to the surface for air, so you can't flood it to the point where they can't get up and get a breath. And my best advice to you is not only have a tight lid, because they will jump out, but I really think that they jump out because they like to be able to exit the water at some times. So if you look over here, this is a turtle dock. I actually provide them with a turtle dock so that if they want to, they can get up there and rest kind of not in water. See how they play over there all the time. And then I also have plants that go all the way up to the surface so that they can lay on the top of those, because they're designed to look like a stick from the top, because this fish likes to like kind of lay at the top of the surface when it's just kind of chilling out. So yeah. Yeah, Bob knows what he's doing. Just let him troll away. You just troll away, Bob. You just troll away. You just remember who sends you your snails. Me and Punchy might show up at your house. Punchy? You wanna go on a road trip? Big City Betta said, I ended up getting that pair of Dario I was eyeballing yesterday. Hopefully the weather allows for shipping soon. Yes, those things were sweet with their little black faces. I got Scarlet Battis over there. My best advice about those, if they're anything like the Scarlet Battis, is get yourself a microworm culture, because mine, if I am not feeding them live food, wash out and look like a silver fish. But when I feed them live food, microworms, bright red, perfect colors. Hey Mob Guppy, what's up? How's it going? Remember the long Bob, those things were sweet, I'm not gonna lie. I caught that video. You have a tire track and a peacock eel, Bob? That's pretty cool. I want to see those. They probably never come out for you to film, though. Unless the tire track eel's pretty big. I like the fire eels. What are the fire eels? The red one. Mob, all good in the neighborhood. Fish room duties are calling. They're always calling. Barbara Jackson says microworms are the easiest to raise of all the live foods, in her opinion. In my opinion as well. Microworms are super easy. Get yourself a box of instant potatoes and a little thing of active yeast. Yeast, potatoes, worms. Feed fish. Are rope fish like our mudfish? I don't think so. I don't think they really bury themselves. Without going into too much detail on some secrety secrets that I got from Dr. Asuko while we were on the phone the other day, or while we were texting back and forth the other day, about how I'm gonna kind of set up this pond to try and get them to spawn. I don't think the adults bury themselves in the substrate. Wink, wink. More info to come. Experiments must be done. Oh, JH, that's just nasty. Amber gave him worms. No, it's good. Always good to get worms. I love the worms. Just not the ones you get from walking around outside without shoes on. That's how you get worms. Aquarium comp, I'll screenshot the hole in your sock and show my mom to prove I'm not the only one. No, don't screenshot it. No, I'm just still in my PJs. What are you gonna do? That's a lie. I would wear a whole sock with a hole in it anywhere if it had a hole in it. Eventually I'll throw it away. You gotta get full use out of the things you buy, people. That's why I run all my vehicles into the ground. Like, I'll just fix it and fix it and fix it and fix it until it can't be fixed anymore, and then I will drive it until the thing blows up. That's what I did with my last vehicle. Was a Saturn that I got for free from my ex. He wrecked his car, gave me his Saturn that he had wrecked because he got a check, bought a new car. So I got it for free. I drove that thing like literally over 150,000 miles. And I had to totally take the top of the engine off and replace all the head gasket. There were so many things I had to do to that freaking Saturn. And literally at the point I was done with it, and it just kept dying at stoplights. And I had fixed everything I was willing to fix in it multiple times. I changed the ball bearing. I was done. And I just kept driving it. And eventually, I couldn't make it more than like one stoplight, and I drove directly to a car lot, like a buy here, play here. I went to, I think, Annie Moore Budget Center. Drove in there. Car died in the parking lot. I said, I need a car. I need it for this much money, and I need it to get this many miles per gallon. Go find it. And they were gone for like 4 hours. And when they came back, they were like, here's your loan, it's this much a month, this is the car, do you want to test drive it? And I took it around the block, and I was like, yep, signed the thing. They said, what do you want to do with this Saturn? I said, that's your Saturn, that thing won't go nowhere. And I left it there. Candy says, I can't believe your OCD allows for holes in socks. Just saying. The OCD does not apply to my clothing. Have you seen the way I dress? Look, I bleached this in like 1999 accidentally. I'm still rocking it. Whatever. Still fits. I wore the same pair of shoes from 4th grade all the way and through like a little bit through my freshman year of high school. Same pair of shoes. By the time I finally had to retire them, they were completely broken down. I had taken a permanent marker and like written like little sayings and scripts and all kinds of stuff all over them, so they were covered in permanent marker writing. And finally they just, I think the holes where the laces like tie together finally pulled through, and so I couldn't tie them anymore, and I just kind of discontinued them. Then I wore Heelys. I literally went from those shoes to Heelys. You know what Heelys are, with the wheels in the back? And I wore those from like...
So you got married?
Oh, well past when I got married. My last job, when I got my raise or slash got promoted to being a manager, I moved into taking over a store, and I had still wore those when I was working at the warehouse. I used to zip around the warehouse on my Heelys. But when I moved into the store, I had to become a professional, and I couldn't act like a child anymore, so they made me take my Heelys off. And I think I ended up selling that pair, so I gotta get a new pair if I'm gonna wear them again. I can't really wear them in the fish room because there's not enough room to Heely in the fish room, and I don't do anything else. So.
You got my new shoes now.
Mr. B's gonna ask a question he's not supposed to ask a girl. What size are you? How do you wear the same shoes? I'm a size 0. And I've worn a size 5 shoe since I was... I stunted my growth. Hey, Jaden, go watch your show. I'm a little busy right here. Go on. Hey, yes, that's you. Go on. Oh, you're fine. Size 0, and I've worn a size 5.5 shoe since I stunted my growth when I started smoking at a very early age. Don't smoke, kids. Cigarettes are bad, and they're addictive. My kids wanted those, and I didn't kid them. I'm a bad mom, says Barbara Jackson. No, you're not, because when you are healing, when you're going, you're the coolest person in the world. It's the most awesome thing. When you fall, it's not just embarrassing. Your feet literally, like, have you ever seen when, like, somebody falls down and it's, oh, they tripped or something? That's kind of, you know, it's funny, but it's kind of sad. This is like that scene in the cartoons and movies from, like, the 1940s where when somebody falls, both their feet go straight up in the air and they go straight down on their butt because you've got wheels on both the back of your feet. So you have to keep your feet like this. If you get your feet close to each other like this, you literally just go, whoop, and you fall on your butt.
Hard.
And it hurts. And I only did it twice. Once in the KFC parking lot, and once while I was chasing a truck that was about to drive away at my work that I had to give some paperwork to. I went flying out in the parking lot, and I was like, oh, I know, I'll go faster on my Heelys. And I hit the wheels, and I was doing great, and I went to hit the corner, and one of my wheels caught a rock, which is why you should not Heely outside. Caught a rock, and I went face first flying across the parking lot like a doofus. Came limping back in. They're like, what happened? It's nothing. It took me a while to get used to them, but once I did, I was off and running. I can run those things, man. But a rock will take you down, and if you ain't paying attention to where your feet are, it'll take you right down. And yes, you will bruise your coccyx. Not fun. Oh, Mr. B, whatever. Your size, super fun. Anthony's fish friends, why are you surprised you didn't have more ER visits? What'd you do? What'd I miss? I don't know, I missed it. Clary says, I got Heelys when I was younger and busted my lip off the counter. Yeah, you'll hurt yourself. It's but when you get past that awkward phase and you get it unlocked, there are times when you can just say that epic thing you were going to say to somebody, like, oh, and by the way, boom, and you say your thing, and then you just skirt off on your Heelys, and it's so, I love a moment. That's why YouTube makes me so mad, because I love a moment, like, with a song, like, if I'm in a conversation with somebody, and I just know a song that would make my point so much more epic if it just started playing right now, so I'll key it up on YouTube, and I'll hit play, and then YouTube will throw an ad in front of it, and I'm like, no, wait, hang on. That's a commercial. Wait for the moment. It's ridiculous. Whole lot of ridiculous random going on up in here. I'm still learning to walk fast, says Bob. Hopefully soon. We're rooting for you, Bob. It's just one foot in front of the other, over and over and over again. You can pull it off. My stomach is growling. I'm so hungry. What time is it? Oh my gosh, it's almost 3 o'clock. I've eaten 0 food today. Ding, 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 ding. So, anything else exciting happened yesterday? No, I did water changes, like a lot of water changes, and pulled a bunch of algae out of here. Those fish bred, or one of those two fish bred, I don't know. I need guppies, man. I'm looking at all these tanks, and everything I have is a bottom dweller right now, which I love my bottom dwellers, don't get me wrong, but they're usually nocturnal, and except these doofers, they don't care. These are my babies. They'll come out whenever. But everybody else is kind of hiding right now, and my tanks look kind of bare without the guppies in there. I'm kind of sad. I need some guppies. Mr. B says we need a vid of that. A vid of what? What did I miss? What did I say? What did I say? I don't know. Tell me again. Bob's leaving. Later, Bob.
Bye,
Barbara says I'm still in bed and want coffee so bad, but the maid's not cooperating.
She has a maid.
You have a maid? Here's my comment to that. Either you have a maid and you need a better maid, or you're talking about your husband, and in that regard, you need to train your husband better. Oh, I'm getting the bird. Punchy, you know that thing that's on the bottom of your cup? That's what my husband just did to me. See you later, Bob. Oh, Bob twerking video. Yeah, I don't want to see that. Nope. No, thank you. But if you do it, I'm gonna make a reaction video for it, where all you see is me reacting to Bob twerking,
no.
and it's gonna be like a horror show moves across my face. It'll be amazing.
Do not do that.
No, my imaginary maid, says Barbara Jackson. My hubby doesn't know anything about coffee. Yeah, that's the secret to me is, I am a coffee snob and always have to have the coffee. I can't make this coffee, he makes it. Props to the barista over there because, Why not, Bob? Why not? Because no one should be twerking. That's not dancing.
Twerking?
That's presenting. I don't know when dancing took the flip to where now everyone is a cat in heat, but that's not dancing. Give me the 1940s, give me the mashed potato, do the mashed potato, and feel the beat. Stop putting your butt up in the air like you're a cat looking for a good time. Rant? Sorry. Got strong opinions. Try to keep them in check a little bit, but my goodness, children. Don't even get me started on the leggings, because you can wear leggings. Leggings are cool. Wear them up. All I'm saying is cover your butt. If I can see through your leggings, you need to have one of them tunic shirts that goes down over your butt. Nobody wants to see... Whatever. It's just ridiculous. I got no problem with people wearing what they want to wear. Like, look at me. I am not one to talk about fashion at all, or trends, or what looks cool dancing, like pop and lock, do your thing. I'm obviously not hipster cool enough to know anything about that. All I'm saying is, dang, people. Like, we're remaking the Running Man, and it's worse. Like, Running Man was already a dance. Now you've got kids trying to teach their parents how to do the Running Man. It's not even the same dance. It's like, what are you doing? That's not the Running Man. No, you didn't. Whatever. Barbara Jackson, twerking looks like Jello on a paint shaking machine. Yeah, it's... I don't know where we went from, like, it was all in the music videos, like, and that was, like, the shock value part of, like, a lot of, like, rap videos with all these girls with giant butts moving them, to, like, that's the dance now. Like, that's how you dance. Like, define dancing. Oh, it's shaking your butt. Like, whatever. I can't do it anymore, you guys. Pick a different topic. Yeah, silver stream bettas. That's the kind of crap I'm talking about. Like, cover your butt. Like, I'm not one, I wear crop tops. I'm like, but guess what? Everything else is pretty much covered up, and also I'm sitting in my living room right now, so, I mean, I'm sitting in my living room in front of 55 people, but, I just, you know, don't look fashionable. I look like I crawled out from under a bridge. Troll. Hashtag dragon troll. Yeah, they've not only gone too far, they've just reverted to insanity. Like, I don't want to say snowflake, but snowflake. That's all I'm saying. Hashtag snowflake. I can't get into all that with the controversy and the nonsense. Not that I'm big enough to cause controversy anyway, but y'all don't want to hear my opinions on all that junk because we would be here forever and people would get angry, and I'm not even down with it. Don't talk about Fight Club. Anybody wants to talk about Fight Club, see me later. Must download more coffee. Hey Ron, how's it going? Friday Fish Facts in the house, you guys. Doing his Friday Fish Fact hangout. It's Sunday, what are you doing here Friday? Ha 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 ha, that was a stupid joke. So that 10-gallon stand I was gonna get for my two 10-gallon tanks is sold out from under me. That's what I get for going through Craigslist. I need a dual 10-gallon tank stand. Because those things are way not balanced. Drive me nuts. Oh no, Silver Strombetas. I have a mighty need for coffee, but I don't drive and only like the flavored stuff from around the corner at the end of my town. Ah! The horror! The horror of that. Aww. Cover Marcus, sad day today. One of my panda warus died. That stinks, man. I hate it when my fish die. I hate it when my fish die the worst when it's completely unexpected. That's the worst one, where you wake up and you're like, what the... what? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got one that's kind of going out, or it's already been sick, or it's in quarantine, you've been trying to save it, yeah, it still hurts to lose it. But the worst ones are when you, like, wake up in the morning, turn the lights on, and you're like, it's just too much of a shock. Don Gallagher, I have a thermos of coffee in my work truck right now. It's time for another cup. Go get it. Coffee break. Tell them I said it's time for a coffee break. And if they have a problem, you tell them, come at me, bro. Y'all need to stop skipping your coffee. Okay, Dan made another one. Hang on. Dragon Ninja permission given. I have to read those every time, Dan, because it's like, I hate... There's too many words in there, I gotta space the words out. And then I get it, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's hilarious. Uh-oh, Mr. B had to euthanize his snake head. That stinks. But yeah, at least you're not watching him suffer. That'd be worse. Let's see. Raining with a windstorm. Coffee is not in my future. That stinks. What was the other thing I was thinking about last night? Oh, Aquashella. You know what I think? All the girls are talking about getting together for Aquashella. There's like this whole hashtag FishFem thing going on. The girls are just going to take over the whole thing because that's what we do. I think we should find somebody needs to look into like karaoke bars around that area, and I think we all need to take over a karaoke bar and do some serious like making fools of ourselves, because that's YouTube gold. Oh, Montreal is here. Pusa Studios, or however you pronounce that. I'm not a good pronouncer, but what's up, man? Glad you made it. Let's see. So yeah, I think we should do karaoke and take over a karaoke bar, because it will be hilarious. Anywho, what else was I still looking for a tank for the Bashirs. That's my mission after I get off here. I got all my stuff done yesterday, all my water changes and everything I had to get done for the weekend done yesterday, so that I could spend some time this afternoon looking for and possibly acquiring a new tank for the Bashirs. Because I have got to upgrade them soon. I did not get the new rack for the 10s, Dan. Somebody bought it out from under me. It was a Craigslist deal. And by the time I was ready to go pick it up, somebody else had bought it, so I'm super bummed about that. So I'm still in the market for a dual 10-gallon stand for super, super cheap, because I don't want to put a lot of money into it, because eventually all those 10 gallons are going to go in the rack I'm building in the basement. But for right now, I got to get them off this coffee table because it's like warping. So they're both like leaning in, and it's no es bueno. Make your own, you can fit more tanks. I don't have time, man. I mean, I have time, but I'm already building so much stuff in the basement. I don't want to add building something else up here. Whining, complaining. I might have to do it anyway. Mr. B says, does Lucas still have the leaky 75, the one he couldn't fill the whole way? Resell that. Yeah. The only problem with getting stuff like that from Lucas, and he's like offered me a 55 and all this other stuff. The problem is, I take my car to his house, and my car is not going to fit that 55. Plus, by the time I get done with work, like, he'll give me little things, like a plant or something. I'll forget it, because it's like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and that's when I'm like going out to my car to take stuff out, and I'm just like, ugh, and I forget it. So it takes me like 4 days to take something home. Got a roof and duct tape? I don't know what that means, Mr. B.
Put it on top of your roof of the car and duct tape it down.
Oh, put it on top of the roof of the car and duct tape it down. Thank you, husband, for deciphering Mr. B's comment. I'm not duct taping a tank to the roof, then I'm going to have to re-reseal it. Husband translation for the... right? Sometimes y'all need y'all's brains to figure out what y'all saying. Did you just mansplain to me? Oh my goodness. We are going to get into a political discussion. No. Absolutely no.
Oh,
my gosh. The state of the world is ridiculous, you guys. Hashtag offended. Silver Stream Fest. Oh my goodness. Get over it, people.
Put you in your place.
Anyway, what am I at? 47 minutes? I got 10 more minutes. We can go 10 more minutes. I would feed the fish, but it's not time to feed the fish yet. And if I feed the fish now, they will think they're getting fed earlier, and then tomorrow will be ridiculous. Duct tape him to the roof. That's right, Pam.
What?
Me and Pam are going to go on a Bonnie and Clyde-esque road trip of giving people their just desserts. Driving Miss Punchy. Oh! Oh, she's gonna kidnap me too! I love you, Pam. Anywho. What else? What else? What else? There's really nothing else. Everything's just going. I got these eggs in here, but I'm afraid to look at them because I don't want any light to touch them. There's still some baby Cory cats in there, though, so if Lucas sells all the ones I already took to him, I got some more on the back burner. Yeah, or I can just get my truck, guys. I mean, you know, we don't gotta be duct taping stuff. Like, I love some duct tape as much as the next person. Trust me, I got duct tape in this place. I got the Gorilla Tape. I got some pink duct tape. I love duct tape. It fixes everything, but we're not duct taping stuff to my roof. My car's already got enough problems. I think Haley gave you an extreme title, Pam, right? I'm in trouble. Aquarium Cup. Just a heads up, despite what they say, I have 3 albino bashirs. My smallest one was huffed into the middle one's mouth. I found it and pulled it out so it's separated until it's bigger. Fact. Yeah. You gotta be careful with the little bashirs with the big bashirs. You can't do little bashirs with big bashirs, because that's just a noodle snack. That's just a noodle snack. Did you like that, Dan? I changed those for you. I changed those names on my Patreon for you. I thought you'd love that. I was playing around on the computer. You're welcome. Aquarium Cop says it was not on purpose by the Bashir. You think that that Bashir did not on purpose put that other Bashir in its mouth? You think it was like an accidental putting in its mouth? Is that what you're going with? Because, I don't think so. I'm gonna need more info. If that was a not on purpose. Oh, I watched it. They went for the same food. Okay, so the only reason I believe this is because Bashirs and ropefish, this is how they eat. Here's a factoid for you. This is how this kind of fish eats, and how a lot of different fish with that kind of mouth eat. They use suction. So it's not like they bite things. They're not like biting it. They go and open their mouth, and then as they kind of push forward a little bit, they create a vacuum in their mouth, and it sucks the food in. That's why I said huffed. Okay, I thought maybe you mistyped something. I'm a doofus, okay? I don't get it right. I'm getting it right now. Here we go. They do the vacuum suction, so probably what happened is they both went for the same food, and this guy's smaller than this guy, so he went and got him like a noodle. Axolotls do that too. That's right, Pam. Yeah, Dan, say eel one more time. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, that's how the ropefish eat, is with suction. Now, the ropefish, though, the Bashirs can't do this, but the ropefish, and if I had my black binder, I could show you the pictures, but you wouldn't be able to see them because they're real grainy anyway. There were studies done on the terrestrial movement of this fish, specifically the terrestrial capture of prey by this fish, the ropefish. They have a muscle that most fish, or they have a stronger muscle than most fish on the back of their neck, which allows them to crane their head and neck up like this, so they can get up onto land, pull their neck up like this to grab a food or a prey. They were using whitefish or whatever, and pull it back into the water and eat it. Then they use the suction to actually get it, because they eat with suction, so that's why they can't eat on land. They never witness them swallow anything on land, but they can pull it off of land because they have these muscles on the back of their neck that they shouldn't have, being a swimming something. Swimming things can't generally do this, you know what I'm saying, or this with their neck. But they can get it off the land, and then they take it back in the water, and they use the suction to take it down their throat. Specifically, we'll be here all day if we're just going to make fun of the way I say random words. Clara Hogan says, we used to have ropefish, but I had to rehome them as we weren't prepared for how crazy they are. Not one hole can you have on your tank. Pretty much, yeah. If you don't give them the option to get out of the water or lay at the top of the water like they want to, they're going to be trying to jump all day long. Aquarium Cop, ropes and bikers, I think you mean Bashirs, can walk. Yeah, they can walk. Bashirs do it way more than ropefish do. Bashirs actually have that back fin that helps them with that, so that they have those two back fins that are right here on the Bashir, and then the ropefish only have the two front fins. So the Bashirs actually can use those front fins. They're a lot bigger on the Bashirs, and those back fins to like walk on the ground. Do they need a basking spot? No. Just keep your water at 80 degrees. They're not trying to get up out of the water to like get heat. They're trying to get up out of the water to breathe, and because that's where they like to hang out, because the top of them, I don't know if you can tell this on camera, but they're kind of two-toned. So like the bottom of them's that like pale olive color. Where's this guy at? Pale olive color, and the top of them is like a dark olive color, and it has these bands on it that make it look like a stick. So when they're sitting up here like this, to a bird or anything flying overhead, they just look like a stick, right? And to anything from below, they blend in, or they just look like part of the vegetation because of that lighter color. Yeah, so they like lay at the top of the water a lot. Like, they'll hide down here, and they'll hide in their little caves and stuff down here. Like, there's one, I don't know if you can see this one. Hang on. There's probably too much of a glare on it. There's one right here just kind of chilling. But 90% of the time, they're, like, when you turn the lights off at night, and you come in here and look, they're all kind of hanging out up here. Chilling out up there. Yeah, once you get a decent tank for them, highly, highly recommend. 10 out of 10 do recommend the rope fish. Just give it somewhere to go. Like, this is a turtle dock. For those just tuning in, this is a turtle dock that I put in my rope fish tank so that my rope fish can get out of the water and chill. Now, it's like flooded turtle docks. I mean, it's all wet. It's not like a dry land up there. But they get up there and kind of hang out. Gives them somewhere to lay. Lunar bettas has some babies of something. I'm guessing bettas. Dansley, you have the highest it can go just right below the surface. Yeah, it's like as high as it'll go in the tank, and then I actually have a little plastic. Here, I'll show you. Where is that at? Stay. So, like, I have this little plastic piece right here that I cut down. I don't have a towel. Anyway, this little plastic, like, flat piece, this is actually part of a sponge filter that I cut down, and I put it on the turtle dock, and it pushes up against my lid to keep that turtle dock to where there's like space on the top for them to swim up. That way when they lay right there, they're like half in, half out of the water. And that thing drives me nuts on a constant basis because every time I do a water change, I forget about it and it falls down. So, tips and tricks and hacks. So that's what that little plastic looking deal is. It's pushing the turtle dock down further. So that there's like a water ramp. Like there's already a water ramp on one side, but now it's like a water ramp to the whole thing so that they can just lay around there. Plus they like having that little plastic piece right there because they'll like use it to anchor their body right there so they stay. Because they generally don't like a lot of water movement, but because of the plants I've got in here, I've got, you know, air bubblers and stuff keeping the water moving so the plants don't grow algae. And they're just going to have to deal with that. Their pond will be much less flow. Much more pondy. I'm working on it. I'm getting there. Things are happening. I'm trying to do it right. Silverstream Betta's gotta go make some food. Make me some too. I'm so hungry. Speaking of hungry, husband, are you gonna go get food or what's the story here on the food situation? Husband!
Yes?
What's the food situation? You gonna go?
Like?
You gonna go get something?
What?
You wanna go get something or do I gotta cook something?
I'll go get some.
Oh, sweet. Sweet! Okay, looks like Lunar Bettas is talking to a bunch of people about some babies. That's pretty awesome. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Hop in that 94 Camaro and get Mama some food. It was a 95 Camaro and he doesn't have it anymore and it's a sore spot. And you're going to get me no food by saying that.
Take focus.
He has to take my Ford Focus. Barbara Jackson says, I have small towels all over the fish area. Generally, I have 2 things of paper towels my aquarium co-op towel, and 2 little hand towels that I keep around here. I did water changes yesterday, so I have nothing.
Plus, I need to fold clothes.
Nothing left. I just have to do laundry and fold clothes, or the bear does. Lunar Betta's just had McDonald's and has to work today. Vomit face. Yeah. I don't want McDonald's. Uh-oh. Ba-bum-bum-ba-da-bum-bum. The coffee's getting cold, people. Anybody got any other things they gotta say? Questions?
Really?
Cichlids 23, did you get the food for those electric eels? Mm-hmm. Punchy, add Cichlids 23 to the list. Thank you. Dansley says, if we ever meet your husband, we're only going to be able to refer to him as Bear. Or Haley's husband. That's funny. I find that funny.
Well, the time I was in the live stream, it didn't go up.
Twisty says, are you still liking the hang on the tank for the fry? Yeah. Like, guppy fry, not so much. Cory cat fry, perfection. Right now, I don't have any of them running because I got tired of not being able to see my community tank. Because, like, look, there's no tanks on the front of it, and it's gorgeous now. Look at that.
With all the snails missing?
All the snails are gone. Well, they're not gone. They're in my quarantine tank. But, yeah. So, I got tired of not being able to see that tank. So, I took those off of there. But mostly because I took all the fry and stuff up to Lucas's and I bapped everything, and it's kind of time to reset everything for some new babies. So hopefully I get these new, whatever they are, Corys, either longfins or emeralds, I'm not sure, to hatch out. And when that happens, I'm going to put them into one of those hang on the front breeder boxes because I don't want to mix them with the other Paleatus I have in this 2.5 gallon. So they'll be back because I think they work fantastic. I just don't like them for top-dwelling fish because they're not... The guppies weren't down there stirring up the stuff that collects on the bottom that turns it into just a hang-on-the-front filter. Like, basically, it's what it is. It's a filter. So if you're going to have something in there, it's got to be something moving and keeping stuff going out of the filter. And also, that stuff has to not be the fry. So, I don't know. It's a balance. It's all a balance, isn't it? Yeah, hey, husband. Mostly husband, that's... He calls me wench, so husband's a lot better than wench, isn't it?
Salty wench.
A salty wench, that's what I get called most of the time. So, he can deal with husband, or hey, or coffee. Sometimes I just call him coffee.
Why are you so mean?
He's so abused. The big bear. The poor scary bear. Whatever. Good Lord. Poor guy has a name, I'm sure of it.
Yes, I do. It's not you, it's Dad.
Yes. No, it's not.
It is.
Punchy says her ex calls her witch.
No, you're my...
Wench is a term of endearment. I feel like witch is like, he's coming at you, bro. Add him to the list.
How are they gone?
Add him to the list. Punchy, we're gonna have such a long list. You know what else we need a list of, Punchy, if we're gonna do this whole driving around giving people what's coming to them charade. We need a list of places we can stop for epic food. Giant burgers and stuff. My ex calls me ... for money. Shelby Ray says, poor old thing. That's all I know him by. Husband. What's his name? Husband? Coffee.
The other one's for you and Mommy.
Okay.
That's a popcorn.
I'm not eating a Pop-Tart. You eat a Pop-Tart. I'm sure everybody's ex calls him something horrible. Now we're going to go down that rabbit hole, aren't we? That's alright. Did I do anything else different? Microworm cultures, I reset those. They're going pretty good. Fertilized everything with my Easy Green. Easy Green. Gotta decide whether I'm taking the pea puffer up to Lucas's house.
One's for you and Mommy, okay?
I'll eat one up.
What do you have a story about, Punchy? Punchy, you tell your stories in your live streams. I'm trying to get monetized here.
What story?
I don't know.
We got plenty of
I'm just being a doofer. So yeah, I think I've done enough damage to myself. I sang a DuckTales song and
your holy sock.
put my sock on Front Street. Like, Jeff Rose's unmade bed's gonna be bad news now because Haley's got holes in her socks. Like, oh my goodness. Oh, you guys, why am I so awkward? Oh well. What you gonna do? Alright. You guys have fun. I'm sure we'll see each other in a live stream later. I'm going to be lurking around here, probably down in the basement, praying to the water gods that no more water comes into there. And possibly, I don't know, maybe I'll take a nap. What do you think? Nap? Meh, more coffee. Okay, see you guys later.